We're going to talk systems, and give me 1 second. For the next couple of units, we're going to talk about ecosystems. This one's going to be matter through the ecosystem, and energy through the ecosystem is the second part. What do we know about matter through the ecosystem? It cycles. And energy? Flows. Let's go backwards a little bit before we get there. And we're going to start with levels of organization so we could get to the definition of a species. So when you had bio, your levels of organization started with the smallest part of a cell, or the smallest sign of life, which is what? Atom. Atoms combine to form molecules. Molecules combine to form, this is the one that everybody always misses. Before cells, parts of cells. Organelles. Organelles combine to form, cells combine to form, tissues combine to form organ system, organism, which is the first level of organization in environmental. However, if you read your book, atom, molecule, all that's there. So again, the applied science, because you have to know what makes up a living thing to learn about living things and their interactions. So what's the definition of an organism? A living thing. Now, if we take it a step further and we talk about organisms and their ability to breed and reproduce offspring, anybody know what that's called? I'll give you a letter since you started with that one. Nope. Yes. You're talking about an organism, not an act or a process. Organisms, when they can produce fertile offspring, they're referenced as species. When you have a group of species, so you see my little dog here, he grew up and now he can breed. He's a species because, and when there's a group of them, what do they form? Smaller. A group of them in a given area. We make up the blank of, correct. I should put pictures of my students here. We make up the population of this classroom, a specific species of organisms or species in a given area make up a population. If we take that organism, so dogs, and combine them with cats, fish, birds, they make up a what? Community. Different populations in a given area make up a community. Bugs, birds interacting with each other and the non-living components of their environment make up ecosystem. Good. Communities interacting with the abiotic components of their environment and with each other or other living things is an ecosystem. And then all parts of Earth that support life? Biomes. Correct. Last level. And we're going to cover all of them. Relationships between organisms and their non-living things, parts of Earth and the species and communities and ecosystems that live in them or make up them. So all that is environmental. And then the problems is the second part of the class. So we call this part of the class ecology, and then we go on to environmental. Matter through the ecosystem is really the major focus of this class. What is matter?
Anything that has mass and takes up space.
Anything that has mass and takes up space on Earth, right? And matter on Earth is one of the few things that makes up one of the laws of science. What does this law say?
Matter cannot be created.
Cannot be created.
Only transformed.
Or destroyed, only transformed. Let's dissect this word transform and come up with other words that have the same meaning for me.
Changed.
Changed. Good job. What else? What did we learn in Unit 1 about matter? It cycles. And when matter cycles, that means atoms are doing what? Changing or? Good job. The reason I show you these words is because sometimes the words that I use in my notes differ from the words that might show up on a test, but they have same meanings. So you have to be aware of different approaches to the same question, okay? Cycled, changed, rearranged. Matter, when it cycles through Earth, it cycles in different states, and those states lead to different qualities of matter. We want to learn about the different qualities of matter because the usefulness of that matter is what determines, or not the usefulness, is the importance of that matter. So high quality matter is usually highly concentrated. It's matter that you can extract easily from Earth, and it's usually found in the form of what?
Solid.
Good, solid. When the matter cycles, sometimes it's rearranged, and those forms of matter become low quality matter, and they're in what state? Gas. So our middleman would be what? Liquid. When matter is in the form of a gas, it's dispersed. It's also hard to extract. So when we learn about natural gas versus coal, you'll learn that one is harder to extract than the other, and it kind of stays within this definition. Matter on Earth is considered a closed system. Who can explain that?
It's like
She's on a roll today.
there's no like new input. It's all it just.
There's no new input. I like that word because that's our next slide, which we're not going to do today. But think of that. There's no new input because it's always what?
Cycling.
It's the same amount because matter can't be created. It can't be destroyed. So whatever we have is always going to be what? Transferred over into another state until it becomes back into the original state or whatever happens. The only time matter will negate this law is when what? When is matter not closed? In space. That's why I have a picture of space in the background. So if we take matter from Earth and build a space station, we lost matter, yes? If we bring matter from space to explore, we brought in matter. And if a meteor, right? Remember our drawing, and meteors also consist of matter on Earth. So you want to just add a little note of that, of space, maybe meteor, and know that that negates it.